Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Village. I'm Buddy Kunanan. Tonight's topic is Turkish society and culture. And joining us still is Ezra Jankurur, and she's the ambassador of Turkey to the Philippines. Excellency, welcome back to our third and final segment. So, very interesting discussions we've had. We've covered a wide range of topics from, the political situation in our country to Turkish-Philippine relations and all that. But, we've also been showing a lot of these beautiful videos of your beautiful, amazing country. And I think anyone who's watched the videos and watching us in this program is now so interested to really visit Turkey. And I personally would tell you firsthand, it is amazing. One of the most beautiful countries in the world, if not the most beautiful.
Thank you
so
for that.
Let's kick off with that. And let's talk about Turkish Airlines and, big boost to promoting Philippine-Turkish cross tourism with this airline coming to the Philippines, huh?
That's correct.
How did that work out?
When I first
recently,
arrived,
yes.
Turkish Airlines came to the Philippines in 2015 March, and actually it was one of my first démarches, my first project when I first came to the Philippines in 2014, and I am happy to see the results afterwards. Of course, this was a process. My predecessors has worked on this also, but. And we were so happy that it finally realized.
Yes.
And Turkish Airlines started its direct flights from Istanbul to Manila as of March 2015. So they are in their third year now. They have 2 years have passed, and they're doing, according to the reports that I get, they're doing quite a good job, excellent. And this will, of course, it has increased. And according to the Philippine tourism department, it is increasing the tourists coming from Turkey to the Philippines.
Definitely.
So,
Ambassador, the Philippines sadly is not a hub. We're not a hub like Singapore or Hong Kong or Bangkok. So whenever a new airline, when we hear of a new airline making a route to the Philippines, we always get excited because, as I said, it opens up markets. And now flying to Europe, let's say, people stopping before, it would be in the Middle East. But I mean, to be very frank, the cities in the Middle East can't hold a candle to Istanbul in terms of, as a destination that you can get out and spend time in. So I think really in terms of the promoting tourism between the two sides, this thing with Turkish Airlines is really a big boost.
I think so also. Turkish Airlines, like you have said, has been selected as the best airline in Europe 6 years in a row now. We were known. It was known in the region also, Asian region also before, but we were not known in the Philippines. So, but now that day by day, the Filipino passengers, the public, they are getting aware of Turkish Airlines, and currently it is the only foreign airline that is connecting Manila to Europe. For the moment, that is the case. That is the case. Our expectation and my personal hope is that it will pave the way to more awareness between the two countries, people-to-people contacts, which is already happening.
Yes, ma'am. Based on your office's numbers, what was the increase in Filipinos going to Turkey for holiday with the advent of Turkish Airlines?
Filipinos going to Turkey.
To Turkey, yes.
I cannot give the percentage, but I know that there is a
significant increase. Really.
Yes. Well, Filipinos, as I said, have always been interested in. Thank you for that. Within the ASEAN region, Philippines is one of the countries that is sending the highest number of tourists to Turkey. We are thankful for that.
Yes.
But I would like to see also more Turkish tourists coming to Philippines.
Now, how do we sell the Philippines to Turkey? Because it's easy to sell Turkey to the Filipinos, but how do we sell our country? I mean, beaches. What
it's actually easy to sell the Philippines to Turkey also, because you have beautiful beaches. Tropical beaches, but beautiful beaches, and we don't have in Turkey. We have beautiful beaches in Turkey, but tropical is something different.
Your beaches are beautiful, but they're cold.
For
the water is cold.
For the ones who like cold water, cold seawater,
yes.
Yes. But of course, Philippines is a beautiful country. All countries in the world, I personally believe, that have something to offer to humanity and to human civilization and culture and so on. So Philippines, I personally admire the handicrafts and arts in the Philippines, because your Filipinos are very talented in that, I must say. Wherever I go, and I've been traveling quite to a number
you know our country very
cities.
well.
I hope so. I'm still, you can never finish, of course, but there's always the learning process. But during these 3 years that I have traveled, and even before, I've seen some wonderful people so gifted in handicrafts, in music, in arts, and so on. So I think that's one of the, apart from your natural beauties, that's one of the things that you can sell also. And of course, the best thing is the Filipinos themselves.
Yes. But Ambassador, talking about culture and arts, I mean, Turkey, handicrafts. Turkey is really a powerhouse when it comes to the arts and the crafts and things like that. I mean, I have to say, just a stroll through the Grand Bazaar, and you can see, you know, it's just, you know, it's enough to take someone's breath away.
Thank you for, yes, we also have beautiful handicrafts, yes, indeed. But that's where I also see, I would like to see more sharing maybe on that field also, like on
maybe skills transfer and training.
Yes, exactly. Because the techniques that you use in this part of the region is very different than the ones we use in our part of the region. So I think there's potential in that. But yeah, there is a good potential in the cultural field, as much as in the economic field and the political field also.
Ambassador, let's try to sell Turkey now to our viewers, and not that it's a hard sell, because they've seen the beautiful videos, but what would you say would be the highlights of a trip to Turkey?
A trip to Turkey, I think like a trip to Philippines, I have to make comparison again. I think it would be the people. I mean, Turkish people, people are the ones who make it of a country. So
True.
Turkish people are friendly, are hospitable, like the Filipinos. So when you go to Turkey, you will feel at home. Although maybe there will be, in some parts, especially in the provinces, maybe there could be language barriers, but they will overcome those language barriers because of with their warm hearts.
Yes.
So Turkish people are and I hear this feedback from the people who have been there also. And second, of course, the cuisine. The Turkish food is renowned all over the world. And people enjoy it, so that's another thing.
I love Turkish meze, by the way.
Mezes,
I think Spanish tapas can't hold a candle to Turkish meze. I mean, apologies to my Spanish friends. it's a personal preference, but amazing.
Thank you for that.
We must explain what is meze. Meze is like.
Meze is like I think you call it in the Philippines pika pika.
There
like
you go.
Small.
Yes, exactly.
Pika pika, small
exactly.
Food before you go into the main course. So. And then, of course, we have the natural sites, beautiful sites like Cappadocia. Many Filipinos are interested there, not only because of the formation of rocks, natural rocks, but also it was the earliest Christians were hiding under
during the
those,
Byzantine
during the Byzantine times,
Byzantine
from the Romans.
Yes.
From the Romans.
Yes.
So Istanbul, of course, is a chapter on its own. is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, if not the most beautiful. And but we have more than that. I mean, the traditional sites that the Filipinos go is usually Cappadocia and Ephesus,
yes,
because of religious tourism. Many Filipinos are interested in religious tourism, and we have many religious sites in Turkey.
Absolutely,
which not
absolutely.
Ephesus is the most known one, but we have even more. Not many people know about that. So we have it in the Black Sea region, for example, in the southeast part of Turkey. So there's a lot to discover.
Yes, and isn't Saint Nicholas from the southern part of Turkey?
Yes, Demre from Antalya,
yes,
actually.
yes.
So
Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas, yes. I mean, he was believed to be born there.
Yes.
So yeah, many of the actually the things that we use today, or we know today, even food or many other products are related to Turkey. For example, and not many people know about them now. For example, croissant, for example, tulips, for example, coffee, Turkish coffee. These were all related to Turkey one way or another, and either spread from Turkey, from Istanbul to the world, like coffee, or like tulips also.
Yes.
So there are many things that if one wants to learn and look into, you may be surprised
Yes.
on how these products are related, or events are related with Turkey.
And I think that's the charm of Turkey and the magic. It's because it's such an ancient civilization, ancient country, and a crossroads really between East and West. So you have that, you have Islam, you have Christianity, you have that mix of the cultures from different parts, from Europe, from Asia. And I think that's what makes your country so dynamic and so beautiful. Just this mix and the strategic place it had as a crossroads between the two, between Europe and Asia.
Thank you for pointing out that also, because like you've said, is really a crossroads, and our ancestors have been very kind and in admitting different kinds of people. I mean, whether ethnically or religiously, they were granting the right to stay in Turkey and so on. This goes back as early as even before the 16th century, when the Jews were expelled from Europe, the Exodus, and they came to Istanbul and to Anatolia. So we have a tradition of that, which we continue even today, where we have now the highest number of refugees in the world.
Yes.
More than 3 million.
From Syria.
2.5 million, more than 2.5 million are Syrians, but not only Syrians. More than 3 million refugees. So our tradition in that sense continues in giving refuge to people who are in need.
Ambassador, so much to talk about Turkey. In fact, this is something I want to talk about, but unfortunately we don't have time. I mean, just the whole dynamic of that Syrian, the refugee situation in your country, and how the country has managed that. And so, but hopefully, in the weeks to come, months to come, we can have you back again, and we can discuss more things about Turkey and Turkish-Philippine relations, and especially as you wrap up your career here, maybe we can talk about the different plans and programs that you have put in place over the past 4 years. So, Ambassador, would you like to say something to the viewers before we go?
Well, thank you very much for having me, and I hope that there will be more interaction between the Filipinos and the Turks, because we are friendly countries, and we have great potential. And moreover, we have similarities in our culture, which the more we know each other, I think the more we'll realize that there are more things in common. Salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, and it was a pleasure to have you here, and I hope we can have you as a guest sometime soon, and keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed your trip today to Turkey with Ambassador Jean Kuror. Join us again next week here on Global Village, and let us take you around the world. Till then, you all have a good evening.